So that's pretty much the best advice I can give you guys, because giving your items to the NPC, that's the worst you can do in this game.
This is Fornost, yet I see no sign of the
That's
enemy.
because you're dumb.
These ruins could hide a large army. We might even now be under the gaze of unfriendly eyes.
Well, we came to provide a distraction.
I like the
for
way they
Aragorn.
talk with each
And what
other,
better way to
very
do
polite.
that than walking in the front door.
It's like
Let's be
you will
about it.
think after some time together they start calling bitch to each other and being assholes, like true friends. That's what true friends do each other. So, okay, let's headshot this guy. I'm going to be honest with you guys. At the first time, you're going to have so low damage that you pretty much have to hit like 4 times in the head to actually headshot him. But as soon as you get, as you develop, as you evolve, I promise it's going to get more interesting. But downside of the game, as you can see, they focus a lot on the combat skills. I'm going to show you, but the aiming style, the aiming, how do I say? Well, the aiming. I'm going to say the aiming with the bow. It's really bad, because you're playing a game where they focus so much on the fighting style, and I don't know. I think they could do better, because it's not real. The aiming, it's not realistic. It's not difficult. You pretty much just need to point. If it's red, you're going to shoot, and I don't know. It's for a game that's really limited. As you can see, you have a really limited amount of space where you can actually walk. You don't have that much missions. This game, you pass this game really fast. Not real fast. You actually have some levels and probably 10 hours of game if you pass this 100% probably. I'm not entirely sure, guys, but you know my drift. You catch my drift. It's pretty much like a game that's so limited, but they focus so much on the fighting, on the graphics, on the combo system. Pretty much the fighting style is really nice. It's really fluid. I'm not entirely sure if that's the right word. And then you have this shitty aiming. I'm not finding the right word, but you have this shitty aiming style. I'm going to say aiming style. I know it's not the right word. And it's really bad. I think they could do better. I think they could do a lot better in this game, considering it's probably because I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings. So pretty much every single game that comes out, I usually have high expectations. The game is good. It's definitely not the best game I have played. It's not one of the best. In fact, it's not one of my favorites. I like the game, I enjoy playing it, but it's not my favorite game. It's a game that I play and probably going to play again for a real long time. I'm actually only playing again just to make the gameplay, to review this game. I don't know. Let me see. As you can see, this takes a long time. At the beginning. Well, I can give you more advice. What can I start with? Pretty much items. You need to smash all the items, because you have a secondary quest that allows you to create one of the best items in the game. And that's you need to find 3 items, and they are only going to find on those boxes, but you don't know in which box. They are random. So pretty much you need to break all the boxes. It doesn't take a long time, and it's good. There are good items. I advise you to break all the boxes. By the time you get the second level, you're already getting those 3 items. Then you need to go to the smith. You're going to see that quest. I'm going to show you. So pretty much always check everything, because you really need if you're playing this the first time, you really want to. I'm going to put out a sign. I don't give a shit. you really want to get the most money as you fucking God, as much money as you can, uh, because you want the best items, and in the game it doesn't matter the items that you get, because at the end of the game you're going to get the best items. I don't know. Just try to get the as much money as you can. I'm just checking here to also to talk more at ease. But as you can see, there's three abilities: evasion, sword, and archery. I advise you, if you, as I said before, I advise you go archery. But a lot of people like to go with sword because they like fighting style. They like to go and kick some ass. You can actually kick some ass with the bow, but this is my opinion about the why I think is good to be an archer. How you how do I say? This is why I actually think that you should improve archery and evasion first, and then sword. The reason is, hold on. You see these marks? They're going to lead to a secret that only the ranger can find. So pretty much in this game you have secrets that each character the character can see. So pretty much if you want to find all the secrets, you need to play the same level with all the characters. But I was saying, and I forgot what was I saying? Fuck, really. Was about the items? I don't know. Probably about them. Fucking hell! This is a pain in the ass. I forgot completely what I was saying. So pretty much archery. I remember. The as I explained before, Farin is a type of tank. So pretty much he has an ability that that attracts the enemies to himself. So it doesn't have much logic for you to try go with the most squishy one. Eridan is probably the one that dies more easily. So what's the point to jump in battles and start sword fight with them? You can stay behind, deal more damage with the archer, with the bow, and keep yourself from being harmed. So that's my opinion, and the reason why I think evasion should be the second one is just in case you get the archery first, because archery gives you a lot of damage. There's no doubt about that. But also, if you waste the arrows, you're pretty much in a difficult spot to fight those guys, because you're not going to get a lot of abilities in fucking god, in close combat. So pretty much, if you choose evasion, you can actually evasion is an ability that Eridan can use that allows him to go invisible. So the enemies, let me just give this to Farin. I know I said not to give them, but I played this once and I don't really give a shit about the money. I'm just going to pass the level. But if you're playing the first time, trust me, just sell the items. Don't give to the NPC. You're not going to see those items ever again. As I was saying, Eridan. Sorry guys, kinda almost I bite my tongue really. Eridan being really squishy, and if you're in a tough spot and you need to get in close combat, evasion allows you to turn invisible and run away from your enemies, and your friends are actually going to give you buy you some time. So there's going to be a guy there, but it's not hard. These guys are pretty easy to deal with. So my opinion is it's that I don't know. A lot of people like to go with sword and actually deal a lot of damage close combat. I don't advise you, because first of all, there's sometimes you're going to have to fight trolls, and trust me, you don't want to fight them close combat early game. You need to have more damage. or at least you have to have you need to have real good timing about the time he attacks and the time you have to roll away. But that's just my opinion. People play this differently. As you can see, firing tanks, and I'm just going to deliver some arrows. Die, bitch. It's not very hard, and it's not hard to aim, so there's some pretty cool abilities to archery, so that's my opinion. And you can actually stay inside the barrier that Andrel gives you, and the barrier allows you to not be harmed from the distance, so you can only be harmed from someone that enters the circle, and the barrier boosts your arrows, boosts any attack that comes from your barrier. So that's a pretty nice combo. If you're playing with other people, that's a really nice combo. So pretty much, the Farin is going to tank. You're going to shoot inside the barrier, and Andrel is just going to support Farin, and that's really nice. That's pretty much the basic, how do I say, the basic combination. One of the good things, I don't even need to pay attention to the game because it's really easy. But one of the good things about evasion in Eredin is pretty much the fact that you can let's see it. In this game you don't die unless all the three teammates fall. They don't die just yet. They just fall, and you need to help them get up. And you need to hold key. Oh fucking hell! Almost dead. You need to hold a key for 3 seconds, and you're going to revive a teammate. What's the problem? Sometimes you're going to face a problem that's pretty much, let's face it, that your teammates fall, especially if you're fighting with NPC, because that's obviously more risky. And if you're playing with other people, the game is pretty much in easy mode. You're going to play this really quickly. If you're playing with NPC, they're going to die a lot. They're going to help you instantly, but if they are down. The good thing about evasion is that Eredin alone can't help them. Eredin is really squishy. He's going to die real fast, and during that 3-second channel, if you're attacked by some bigger enemies, they're going to break that channel, so you're not going to have the opportunity to help them, and pretty much it's game over. The evasion allows you to turn invisible and just wake up the entire team, just help Farin and Andrel, and then get safely inside the barrier that Andrel instantly gives you. So that's my opinion why you should go with archery and evasion first, because you're going to attack from the distance, and at the same time, if you're in a really difficult spot, you can just use evasion. If you die, you don't need to worry as much, although if it's an NPC, they're going to be really dumb, so I don't know. Always be careful not to die. And with Eredin, it's more easy to help them get up. Farin has actually one ability that allows to instantly revive one friend. That's really sweet. So if you're playing with a friend and you die, you pretty much you are instantly revived. So the experience is really different playing with NPC and with actual players. One thing that's really good, I think this game was made so that you play it with other people, although there's not a lot of people on the channels, on the server actually. It's always difficult to find new players, because I don't know, probably because when people go, they don't see anyone, so they get out and they play solo, and it's always the same shit, and I never find I can't find many people. I found probably 2 or 3 people that play this shit. But pretty much one of the big difference is the giving item system and the secret system. So pretty much if your friend is going to find a secret, you're going to get that achievement. And one thing that it's really good playing with other people is, let's see, you're playing with there are 3 players in the game, so pretty much each character is going to be able to see their own secrets. As in other hand, if you're playing with NPC, only you, the actual player, is going to see his secrets. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is, if you're playing solo, you have to repeat the same level 3 times. This only if you want to get all the achievements. If you're playing with other people, you only need to play the same level. You need to play the level once, and that's it. You're going to find all the secrets. And the good part is, it allows you to all of you to share the items. So pretty much when you give to the NPC, the items are going to be wasted because they're going to disappear. But if you give it to other player, obviously it's going to get to his inventory. That's pretty much it's logical. Why I say not to give to the NPC and selling is just at the beginning. At the end, if you find items that are really good for Farin and Andril, you don't give to them. You have to save it on your inventory. Your items are always going to be on the inventory. You need to know what to do with them. So don't sell it. If they are really good, don't sell it. Save it on your inventory. Don't give to the NPC. Pretty much when you're going to play with another character, all the items that you have that you had with the other character, you're going to have with this new one. So pretty much all the items that I have right now with Eredin are going to appear if I change for Farin. I don't know if you catch my drift, because I repeat myself over and over, but I'm trying to speak as clearly as I can. So pretty much you need to just to save the eagle, obviously. Look! Really badass, these guys. It's a bit like, if I enter this space, I probably wanted to do a stealth attack, not just enter the enemy's territory and just like with a badass pose. They're not that very smart, but then again, they're not really tough. These guys are not tough. They're really easy to kill. Hey, you have to like the arrows, because these little guys, not the arrows, the gore system, because these little guys, when you hit them with the arrow, with a really good aim, they just blow up. It's like they don't lose their head, they literally just blow up. That's really nice. But as you can see, the fighting style is really great. You have these simple attacks, then you have an heavy attack. As you may notice, that yellow arrow that appears on them, you pretty much only need to do the heavy attack, and that's going to be a critical strike. The critical strike allows you to enter the hero mode. That's just a fancy way of saying more damage. You enter hero mode, you have that matrix kind of slow motion attack, and you pretty much deal a lot of damage from there. Although if you're hit, you're going to break the chain, and you need to repeat all over. But yeah, some people like to start right over with the dual sword. I don't advise you, because it doesn't make that much difference at the beginning of the game. Dual swords pretty much only at the end, if you're playing with the other characters, or get the other level achievements. Pretty much if you want the normal and the more difficult, and I don't remember how they put here, but this has easy, normal, hard, and probably let's call it hell mode, because I don't remember how they put it. But pretty much if you want all the achievements, you have to complete in all the levels, in all the difficulties. So pretty much that's my opinion. Just go with dual swords when you get the best items in the game, because they are going to be the two best items in the game are one-headed swords for Eridan. Okay, I'm going to shut up just to listen.
I thank you, friends. Without your timely arrival, my death would have been slow, but certain.
No need for thanks. We are happy to cheat the goblins of their sport. But who are you?
I am called Balaram. My home is in the Misty Mountains, and I serve Gwaihir, Lord of Eagles. Who is it I have to thank for my rescue?
I am Eridan, one of the Dunedain of the North. And my companions are Andriel and Farin.
Then I am indebted to you, Eridan of the Dunedain, and to your friends.
What brought you here to Fornost?
I often range far across the lands of the North, gathering news for Gwaihir, my lord. When I saw activity here in long-abandoned Fornost, I grew curious and flew lower to investigate.
What did you see?
Goblins and other foul folk are working within the ruins. They appear to be preparing for war, building siege engines and stockpiling arms.
Did you see any sign of the one who leads this force?
I saw a tall man, heavily armored. The goblins obeyed his commands. Who he is I cannot say, but he had an aura of menace, like one tainted by the shadow.
Agandar. It must be.
You know this man?
He is a servant of the Dark Lord. We must find him and destroy him if we are able.
I will assist you, but it will be perilous. The enemy has positioned war machines upon the inner wall. They limit my ability to fly freely.
If we could reach the top of the wall, we might be able to destroy the machines.
Beyond those doors, you will find a passage and stairs leading up to the wall.
The machines are certain to be heavily guarded. We have little chance of surprising the goblins with but one way to approach.
I will take to the air and draw their fire. If we are fortunate, that will allow you to gain the top of the wall unobserved.
Very well. Let's go.
So that took a bit longer than that I expected, but okay. Okay, let's find the secrets. Let's go get the items. I think I talk about pretty much all the essential stuff about the game. I know it's like I don't want to give you a tutorial. This is not a tutorial gameplay video. This is not. I'm not doing tutorials because I don't consider myself a pro player. I like to play, but I'm not good. I'm average. So pretty much what I give you is some advice because I played this game, and I'm just going to give you that advice. You can play in whatever way you like. I don't really give a shit. But yeah, considering the Eagles, because it reminded me, as you may notice in some sites, pretty much I saw it on 9gag, not a long time ago. Pretty much people complaining about how Lord of the Rings it's really bad. People complain that's bad. How do I say? It's not logical because they say, "Oh, why Frodo didn't go to on the eagle and just drop the ring?" And I thought myself, really, how fucking dumb are these people? Because if you use your brain just a bit, I'm just going to express my opinion because that's really some serious ignorance. Because as you may think, or how do I say? Let me put it in this way: do you really think that going murder on a fucking giant eagle, it's a good idea? Because it's not a good idea, my friend. It's really a bad idea. It's the only. Let's see in this point. Frodo is a tiny guy, and the guy only could he only managed to destroy the ring because Aragorn draw the attention of the eye in the war. So pretty much, if if you're going in an eagle, you're pretty much just allowing you to give the ring to Sauron.